shared with me, like, maybe is a threat that they were gonna watch my speech on the live feed, so I'm looking forward to their honest feedback tomorrow morning. I had a conversation, first of all, I wrote this and I rewrote it and I rewrote it, and then I added some stuff, so we're all gonna see the final version together tonight. So, I had a conversation with a student not too long ago, in which I had to reiterate a common theme in my classroom. And so real quick for context, the space of time in a school, for those of you that maybe are not familiar, between spring break and the end of the year is like the last lap of Mario Kart when the music gets like all high-pitched and weird. And it just feels like that for a little while, usually until like the end of the first week of June. So during the course of this conversation, I asked the student, how do we view expectations around here? And in the, kind of mumbled, those of you that have like the elementary kids, they're so sweet. So I was talking to this student, they kind of mumbled in like that teenager, really like, expectations are a form of caring, because they hear it all the time. And it's a common theme that I share with my students, and I was hoping to take a few minutes tonight to share with you as well. At the heart of what I do, I'm training the next generation of cosmetologists. But my greatest task has nothing to do with teaching a curriculum at all. It is about developing humans. And as every educator in this room knows, we are preparing well-rounded people to contribute meaningfully to their community. Over the span of my career, I've realized that the greatest gift that I can give my students isn't anything to do with technique, it's expectation. There is a common misconception that being a caring teacher, or a caring person for that matter, is synonymous with being laid back or soft. And I'm here to actually argue the opposite of that. Expectations are in fact a form of caring. In my program, if a student leaves a messy station or turns in work that is truly not their best reflection of their efforts, I can't and I don't let that slide. I hold them to a standard because I refuse to let them be okay with mediocrity. When we lower our expectations to avoid tension, we are essentially telling a student that we don't think that they are capable of anything better. When we look a student in the eye and we say, this isn't your best work, I know you can do more,